Are you looking to get into art commissions? Well, a quick YouTube search for art commission advice is going to reveal an overwhelming amount of information. So you're probably thinking to yourself, what's good advice and what's bad advice, right? Hey, what's up, y'all? This is the Art Mentor. My name is Sean. I'm a veteran art teacher and freelance artist. And today we're going to talk about what doesn't matter for art commissions and what not to focus on, because these things will not make you money, will not get you commissions, and will not get you clients. So make sure that you watch this whole thing all the way through. And while you do, please enjoy my speed paint of this commissioned artwork. And it's going to start right now. Now, the most popularized piece of advice I see all the time is people saying that you need to grow your social media following. No, this is absolutely not necessary. In case you don't know this, you have no control over social media. You have no control over who's going to see you, follow you, buy from you, any of that. The way to do this, as I've promoted in my previous videos on art commissions that I recommend you watch, is that you need to build a relationship with your client, with people that are interested. Get them interested in you, not in your social media presence, in your following, in your popularity. None of that matters. As a personal example for myself, I got started doing commissions when I had less than 100 followers on Instagram and less than 100 followers on DeviantArt. Yet, I have been a consistently commissioned artist for the last 7 years. So, this advice totally does not matter, and it will not help you attain your goals. Now, this also leads to this concern. Next, your brand for yourself and your artwork is not required at all. You do not need any type of notoriety to start to gain art commissions. You can literally start from scratch. A very important piece of information that I need you to know and understand if you're just getting started in this business is very simply that your popularity does not equal money that you can possibly gain from doing art commissions. It is a bad focal point. The thing that you have to kind of understand about this is that everybody started from scratch. Everybody started at this point, and that's a beautiful thing. Nobody just launched and immediately started to get $5,000 to paint a portrait. Everybody started from scratch, and they built that experience for the clients, and you can too. So this reminds me of a recent interaction I had with a member of Reddit, and if you've not seen it, I made a comprehensive guide on how to get art commissions on Reddit because it's a wonderful platform for it. But he tried to call me out and say that I should not be giving advice because I don't have tons of likes on my stuff. And I said, okay, well, let me ask you a question. Hey, how many dollars do you get per like? Because I see that you have hundreds of likes, but yet you're not getting hundreds of clients. So this is a prime example of how your popularity on social media will not and does not necessarily equal your gain potential on it. Now, this also reminds me of this common issue. Your age has nothing to do with how much you can charge or how much you can potentially get. And I see this all the time because ageism is a huge problem. If you are a young artist watching this, and when I say young, I'm talking in your teens and early 20s. That's a young artist to me. So if you're in that age group, let me just assure you, there are no guidelines that say that you have to start out by charging $5 commissions or else somebody's going to come down on you for it. No, there's no greater art commission authority that exists to my knowledge. At least they haven't tried to get me for it. So yes, you can come out swinging hard. You can start out by saying, yeah, man, I want to charge $200 for that headshot if you have the product to back it up. And that's all that matters. All that matters is your quality. Art is art, experience is experience, and quality is quality. Nothing else matters. And I see all too often young artists charging way too little because they think that they cannot compete with older artists, and that is simply not true. Now, conversely on this topic, let's take myself as an example. I did not start taking art commissions until my later 20s. Your age does not matter. You can charge more if you're younger. If you are an older artist, then you can price yourself comfortably. Do not compete with your young bucks. Do not compete with your elders either. You're only here to compete with yourself. And while you're at it, y'all, don't get held back by this either. Don't let your location determine how much you can potentially charge and earn yourself, okay? I see this a lot, and I just want to let you know that location does not equal wages. These are two totally different concepts, and they're not the same, nor should they ever be connected. And I see this a lot, particularly in a lot of specific countries that have a lower standard of living, so therefore they think that they can charge a lot less because, simply put, they don't need to make as much money because their dollar stretches a lot more. But this is a really nasty, limiting mindset that I really want you to avoid and reconsider. Don't look at yourself compared to what's around you. Instead, look at yourself versus everybody in the world and say, that's the price point I want to make because my art is worth it. The key to this here, y'all, is to charge competitively because you are very much worth it. And now, that leads me to this point. Now, there's one major thing that you absolutely should focus on in order to get more art commissions, and that's more of my content. Please consider liking, subscribing, and hitting that notification bell so that you know every single time I push out content like this, because I appreciate y'all so much on that. Now, let's get back to it. The next thing I don't want you to think about when you're starting art commissions is your wallet. You should never think with your own personal finances. You have a pool of 7 billion people in the world right now. You don't need every single one of them. You just need some of them. That's it. One of the worst things that you can ever do is to push your financial position onto your client. You are not in the same boat. And to be honest, you're never going to make enough money. You're never going to be able to charge competitively if you're constantly thinking with your wallet, because you're constantly going to be questioning your rate, saying, oh my God, would I ever charge that? I could never pay that. Why would anybody pay me this gross sum of money when I couldn't pay it? You don't need to think like that. By learning to think bigger about what you are capable of and what you can charge, you're going to gain more clients and you're going to gain more respect from them as well by having this broader perspective on it. Now, speaking of this, here's also a very big waste of your time. Let's talk about commission sheets now. If you have ever watched any of my previous videos on my channel, you know I absolutely hate commission sheets. Everybody in the world should just stop doing this. It's not a good practice, and here's why. It's a very degrading experience because it basically degrades the entire commission experience into a McDonald's drive-through that looks something like this. Hey, can I get a full body character in color? And can I have a minimal background? Oh no, wait, can I have an illustrated background instead? Overall, what this does is it degrades it into this McDonald's drive-through experience that sucks for everybody, yourself included, most importantly. The most important reason why you should understand why this is a terrible practice is that literally no professionals are doing this. So why are we following people that are not successful in this pursuit of making the commission sheet? Now, this is overall a very huge topic, and I made a whole video on it. I'm going to link it up above and down below for you to enjoy after this video, so make sure you go check that out later. Now, this last one is the most important thing that you should not pay attention to and does not matter for our commission. Lastly, do not let other people's opinions influence you. People may come from a very, very, very good place on this, okay? And I don't blame you for being influenced by people like your mom, your dad, your siblings, your spouse, your partner, your boss, your priest, your monk, whomever, okay? Don't let others influence your desire to want to do art commission. Overall, you have to remember that nobody can control your destiny except for you. To give you a personal example from my life, my whole time growing up, everybody kind of looked at me like, oh, well, he's going to grow out of this phase. It's just a phase, this whole art thing. Oh, he'll get a real job. He'll do something else. And I kind of always felt like I was being very dismissed. And this is unfortunately something that happens to artists a lot. And it's overall because people tend to give up on their dreams. And when people see other people, and it's sometimes, it's somebody that really cares about us, that loves us. And people will want to try and guide you away from that because they think that you're going to be unsuccessful. And they think in their mind that they are protecting you when in fact what they're doing is holding you back. So don't get involved in that and don't listen to that. If you really want to get involved in art commissions, then you should do it for you. Because I just want you to consider for a moment here how amazing your life can be, how amazing your art can be, how much better your growth will be, how much better your bank account will be, how much better your potential opportunities will be if you actually take the steps to start to get clients, to learn how to actually do this right. If you can overcome those protected opinions of you or just outright rude opinions of you, then I think that you can definitely achieve everything that you want. And there, my friends, is the focus and what you need to focus on. And if you want to learn more about how to get art commissions, what to focus on and not to focus on, and where to get them, make sure you watch these videos right here.